Hello everybody, and happy Monday. Where are we? Anyway, oh yes, happy spring equinox, Ostara, whatever it is that you celebrate. Regardless, the season is changing. Winter is officially over, even though it's only like 20 out right now. So, but you know what? I'm accepting all of it. I am accepting all of it for sure. And I'm opening this deck because I thought I did it and I didn't. See, let's go here. This is the Buddhism Oracle. I'm slowly working through my stack of decks that I have to review and look over. And so today we are opening this one. That's what's happening. Oh, good. You know, I'm so happy when there's not plastic wrap on these for a couple of reasons. Happy Monday for a couple of reasons. Ooh, this one's got pretty gilding. Look at that one. I'm such a sucker for gilding. So I'm looking through these. So where are these from? Okay, yeah, these are from Rockpool, the Buddhism Oracle. Well, hello, Jenna. And also too, oh, I like the backs of these. These are kind of cool. The other one that I'm going to use, what am I doing? I'm like trying to put it away. Oh, happy Monday, folks. I'm freezing. I'm just ready. I'm so glad. Happy spring, Ostara, all those things. We're there. We're getting there. We're so close. So close. But like I said, it's like 20 here. It's really cold. So this deck too, I just got in the mail, and this actually was a Kickstarter. Although I believe, oh no, yeah, it's a Kickstarter deck, but Hay House picked it up. It's Secrets of the Paradise Tarot. And, yeah, I mean, really, if we put a sparkly filter on everything, it's perfect, right? So this deck is created by Leticia Farah Rivera. And I ordered this on her Kickstarter like 2 years ago. A long time ago. Hey, Bam. So, but it was, I don't know exactly what happened, but the Kickstarter was still going on, but then it got picked up by Hay House. So the Kickstarter still went through, but then we had to wait for it to be published by Hay House instead of, like, it must have just got picked up halfway through the Kickstarter or submitted or whatever, or they won the thing. I don't know. But it was definitely it is a little bit that it took to get this. So I just got it this weekend, and I'm going to take a peek at it and see. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's happening. And yeah, so I mean, if you want to sign up for my Kickstarter, then you can go to Stardust Wanderer Tarot and do that. But actually, I was telling Pam yesterday, so I have like 700 people, almost 700 people on the wait list. Like, I can't even believe it. Oh, that's funny. And yeah. What did I say? Did I mess that up? Did I mess that up again? I keep wanting to like mix that, right, Jenna? I keep trying to like mix all the names of the publishers together. Because I have all these decks here, and I'm trying to go through them all, and then I just start combining names and making up whole new ones. So that's just what happens, you know? Yeah, I didn't, you know, and I've heard of that happening. I think with this one, though, the big thing, I just knew there was a little static because it wasn't communicated as well, yeah. So I think it went a little bit of time without knowing exactly what was going on with it. But it's out. It's done. Yeah, Red Pool. That's what I said. See, exactly. You get it. You get me. It's perfect. So yes, I'm curious to kind of look at this deck though too, because it has a lot to do with Caribbean, Latin American culture and mysticism, and I am actually Puerto Rican, and I just did another DNA, and actually I have quite a bit of Peruvian in me, which I did not know that. So yeah. No, it is. We're just mixing them all together at this point. I mean, I think it would make life easier. I'm just saying. Or I could organize myself and like put them in, but let's not lie. Let's not lie. I'm not going to do that. If you looked at my desk right now, I do try to organize it, but you know, there's a lot of things going on in my head. I am. And, yeah, I am actually Asian. And Pam, we always talked about that. And when I did a different DNA thing, it didn't really show that. But this newer one that I did, it did show it, like a nice little chunk there. And I am the biggest mutt. Oh, you like my, yeah, look. It's like my favorite mug. What's really funny though is that I am so many different things. Like, it's really insane. Like, so I'm Peruvian, Puerto Rican, Native American, Asian. We have some like Ukrainian. What else was there? A little bit of Irish, Italian. There's a nice little chunk of Italian in there. And more like that Eastern European, like Poland, German, because I know my grandmother is, but I don't know exactly where she came from, because all on the one little piece of information I found was her, the manifesto of like her coming over to the US. And it has like place of origin or like where they're from. And hers just says traveler. So I don't know where she's from, but I know it's around that area. And then also I have from Senegal, I don't know how to say it properly, and Nigeria too. I'm like the whole world in one body. That's basically what I am. I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm the best in the world or anything, but there's just a little bit of everything going on here. So anywho, so this deck actually has a lot of cards. I'm just going to shuffle them out a little bit. So is anyone doing anything exciting for Ostara today? Spring. And then we got the new moon in Aries. So we got, I don't know, there's just a lot happening here. A lot happening all over the place. So I'm trying to just separate them out because I just opened it. Oh, and there's like a whole, these other cards I got too. Like, I don't know, there's so much happening here right now. I don't even know. Like, I'm really trying to figure it out. So we're just going to shuffle out cards. Oh my God, you freaking kill me with that, Pam. I love how you separate it. It's all the same for me, so it just kills me. Oh, that's cute, the back of that. Ooh, I hear birds. That's always a good sign. My woodpecker out there, she does show up still a little bit. She's here and there, kind of hanging out. All right. Oh, this week, also too, on Wednesday at noon Eastern, I'm going to be, there's no need to separate it because it's all the same for me. I don't feel that it needs to be separated. It's just all the same for me. I mean, I think if you're doing like ceremonial and stuff like that, it could be a little, I just don't feel the need to separate it. I think it's all from you and it's all the same. Oh, all right. I thought you meant magic. I make 3 piles and then I shuffle each pile and then I put them all together and then I shuffle them then. That's how I do it. I always do it that way. And I always do everything in 3s. Do you guys all have a number of things that you do things in? Because I always just do everything in 3s. I can't help it. But I feel like there's just a lot. See, and I have these extra cards. There's a whole bunch of extra cards. The Fool, Justice, Princess of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and 9 of Wands. I do all the time. I can't help it. I actually am trying to see, yeah, like a lot. I didn't, like I said, I just kind of opened it. I thought, oh, it says 80, yeah, it says 81 cards. Oh, nice. I guess if you're going to get that detailed about it, I guess the 3s for me would be kind of like mind, body, spirit, if we had to like get technical about it. But usually I'm just on here and I'm trying to hurry up and shuffle it so we can get going. All right. Hey, Saphira. Whoa, and I just threw them everywhere. Yay, glossy cards. Okay. I'm going to leave those extra cards out because I don't know what the heck they're even for. I'm assuming maybe those were like original ones and then they changed some of them for when they went over to Hay House. So that's what I'm going with. So let's get started, shall we? So right away, Aries, we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, so this week for you, Aries, let's think about how we're going to nurture our money. How can we nurture our abundance? What can we do to make it even better? All right, Aries, that's a way to start it off, I would say. I think that's good. So, oh, these are all, oh, they're all different. So this is the Buddhism Oracle, and each one in the back is different. And again, I just opened it, so I don't know why. It looks like it kind of goes with just certain, like elements, or not the elements, but parts of the different cards here. Yeah, because they have cultivation cards, purity cards, truth cards. Okay, that makes sense. Got it. All right, Aries. So we have pure speech. Happiness comes when your words are pure, bringing about kindness and benefit to others. So this is all about using your words wisely. And sometimes if we are trying to nurture our abundance or anything really, we talk nicely to it. Sometimes it helps. At least it gets you in that like mindset, right? Try it out, Aries. See what you think. Hello for everybody that just joined us. We are doing our readings for the week here. Each sign of the zodiac. And then we are pulling an oracle card and a tarot card for that. Dog night, yes. Be nice. Sweet talk your abundance. That's what you need to do, Aries. All right, Taurus. 7 of Cups. I'm just looking at these. This is funny. Look at that. So they're kind of, it's like a pageant of some sort. So 7 of Cups for Taurus. So, Taurus, you do have a lot of options, right? Out there, there's options. But just because you have a ton of options doesn't mean that they're all good for you at this moment. So right now, instead of trying to do all of that or trying to accept all of that, really decide what you want right now and focus on those things, because if it's meant to come back around, it will. And usually at a better time. So really it's just about taking that step back and then really deciding and focusing on what you want. All right, Taurus. So let's see what Buddha has to say about that. Patience. At the end of the way is freedom. Till then, patience. So Taurus, you do have to harness some patience, right? Because you want to take all these, advantage of all these things or these possibilities or all these things, whatever it is. But you really can't do it all right now. And this may also be your indication not to take advantage of all the things right now either. And patience is key. And being patient is what is going to lead you to success. So if anyone would like me to draw a card for them, go ahead and put it in the little question bubble next to your comment bar. And I can do that in between my messy shuffling here. All right, so Gemini. Oh, and also too, happy Aries season. I know I covered the new moon. I know I covered Ostara, but I didn't cover It's Now Aries season. So it's also, which that means it is the kind of start of the new year. So it's even kind of like a happy new year, right? Because we're starting back at the top of the zodiac. Thank you. All right, let's get you a card, Patty. Let's do that. All right. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Oh, this is a funny card. So Four of Pentacles. So really, Patty, what you need to work on is your base. So that can mean your home base, financial base, any of those things, but really making sure you take a peek at that and see how it's going. Thank you, Aylin. So I think for you, it's really about just focusing on those things. Is really focusing on maybe you'd still have to get your taxes done, or maybe you have to make sure that your savings is what it needs to be, or put some money into savings, or even in your home. Maybe there's things in your home that you need to fix or need to pay attention to, put a little money into to make sure that you don't have any problems later on. So that's what I am getting for you. All right. I think Pam popped up first here. Yeah, Pam. Anything about my San Francisco trip and how it can be amazing and fun. Well, you're going somewhere warm. I mean, you already live in somewhere warm, but that would make it amazing for me. All right. So, let's see what we got here. All right. So, you know what? We got the Ten of Swords. And this is a dramatic Ten of Swords. So what I really think, though, for you, Pam, is that not to overthink anything, not to overplan, and just kind of go with it and see what happens. And just kind of go with the flow. I think that if you start worrying about all of these things, or you start being concerned about what to do, where to go, and all that stuff, it might just get annoying for you, and then you're not going to have a good time. So don't stick your swords in yourself, okay? Don't stab yourself with anything. I'm kidding. But just try not to control the narrative is really what it feels like I need to tell you. All right, so Aileen, let's see what we go. Right. Well, we know how stubborn. You did? Oh, Patty, yeah. All right, awesome. All right, Aileen, let's see what we got for you. That's so funny. So we have the Four of Wands for you. So I think for you, it's about just celebrating your successes and taking time to do that, but also in the process, making sure to celebrate those who helped you along the way, or who are really those people that you can lean on, you can kind of, bounce ideas off of, and maybe reaching out to them and letting them know that you appreciate them, because again, it's like we kind of have that, like, even with that 4 of Pentacles, it's that 4, and it's like a square. So it's like that base. So it's like your base people. And, and I also think too that if you have some solid ideas, that maybe it's time to kind of get them down, get them down on paper or on the computer or whatever. I have to write stuff on paper. I don't know about anybody else, but I mean, I have notebooks everywhere. Like, I can't always just put it in my phone or on the computer. Sometimes I have to, like, write it out. There's magic in that. And I feel like people are forgetting that. It makes me sad. Start writing, people. So, yes, there's that. Have a wonderful day, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. All right. So, we left off at, Gemini. Right? So, did I even pull for Gemini? Yeah, see, I like writing it down. And there's actually, which is kind of cool, and I think I tried using it a couple times, is that you can, but then you have to have really neat handwriting, but is that you could write it down on paper, and then you put your phone over it, and then it like captures it and puts it into text, into whatever you're writing on. In the computer, like whatever program. And I can't remember the name of it. I was fooling around with it. But then it's like, if I have to like have really neat handwriting, like I feel like you have to really have neat handwriting for that. I mean, mine isn't awful, but I feel like I kind of write close together. I feel like I'd have to really space it out for it to work. I don't know. I haven't fooled around with it enough. So, I don't think I ever got to Gemini. I know I was thinking about it, but that was about as far as I got. All right, so let's go. Gemini, Ace of Swords. So, with this new moon energy, Gemini, what new thoughts do you have? What new ideas? Or be really open and see what those new thoughts and ideas are, what you can take action on, because the aces are all about possibility, and knowing that all those possibilities are there and even new ideas are there, right? It just doesn't mean it's going to happen though. You have to take some action. You have to do something to make it reality. So I think for you, if you do have any new ideas, Gemini, or new thought processes, any of those things that are floating around in your head, it's time to see what you can do with them. And if you don't, just being open, even that new moon comes around and you're just like, oh, hey, new moon, got any new ideas for me? What should I focus on? It doesn't need to be formal. You can just talk to the moon however you want. All right, so we have attachment. Attachment to desire is the cause of suffering. Ooh, Buddha. Let's see. Attachment arises when we want something different from what we are experiencing right here, right now. So really, just don't get stuck into it. Don't get stuck into, and that kind of goes along with even asking, yeah, oh, hey, new moon, what's up? I'm such a doofus. I think too, it's being open, accepting. Gemini, being open and accepting to new ideas and not getting stuck on them. Not getting stuck on one thing, because then you kind of get obsessed with it, right? And it's always good to have focus, but there's a fine line there, and you want to make sure that you're not crossing that line, because that's also going to close you off to other stuff that might be popping up. All right, Cancer. What do we got for you? Whoa. Almost all of them. I know, that's what I was saying before. Wednesday at noon, Just Roller, I'm speaking with her about her new tarot deck. And it's like the Squid Cake Marseille Tarot. And it's actually really, really cute. So I'm going to be talking to her. So it will be on the Cartomancer Facebook page and the Instagram at Stardust Wanderer Tarot, if all goes well. But I think I got it figured it out. What did I just say? I think I figured it out. Because IG is just, I don't know, just all these things, like all the stuff, they just keep changing everything. And then it like works one time and then doesn't work the next time. And I'm just like, cool. But it's hard because I need it to download to put it on the podcast. So I need to download the audio. So I need to do it a certain way. Stuff is work. All right. So for you Cancers, and I love this too because look, there's a crab in it. Look at, there's a crab in it. We got the Princess of Cups. So for you, I think it's really about giving yourself time to process your emotions. And, you know, I love that she's like kind of standing on a beach, and I love that the crab's there. And she's just kind of looking out, drinking her like pina colada or whatever. I'm going to assume that's what it is. But she's just kind of reflecting, and she's just taking time to just be. And I feel like that's what you really need right now, Cancer, is just kind of pull back from everything going on and just kind of be, reflect, and kind of see where you're at. And then you can move on and see where you want to be. So just a lot of reflecting of emotions. All right, so let's see. Determination. It is you who must make the effort. The master only points the way. So I like that. So it's determination. And I think too that even talks about being determined to take that time for yourself, because we don't do that all the time. And it's so easy to be like, oh, never mind. I'll just worry about this. I'll go stand on the beach later. I got to do this, and this first. Which you should never say that. And if you do, I will smack your hands, because there's always time for the beach. I know, Pam, you don't like the beach as much, but it's still nice. It's still nice. I like the beach. All right. Moving on to Leo. All right, Leos, what do we have for you today? 5 of Wands. So Leos, I feel like there's just like a lot of static around you right now. That's the first thing that popped in my head. A lot of static. I do feel that you may be causing, yes, we did walk on. See, the walking on the beach was good. That was good. But we'll leave you in the chair to take a nap if we have to go in the water. But Leos, I feel like, you know, and sometimes this isn't always necessarily conflict in a bad way. It might just be misunderstandings. It might be that you're not being clear in what you want from other people or what you want to do yourself. You may not even be clear yourself. This may be like different parts of you all battling. So Leos, I really think for you is making sure that you are clear. And if you feel like you're not being clear in a certain area in your life, maybe look at that and see what you could do to kind of clear that up and make it right. I really feel like, I feel like that's what it is. I just feel like really like staticky. That's my static hand sign. So, you know, consider that. And the thing is with that, too, is sometimes when you're not being clear with other people, you may feel like you're in the clear and everything's fine, but it really isn't. So think about that. Think about how you're just coming off and how you are, how you're like expressing yourself. I feel like that's really what it is. So let's see what the Buddha has to say. Pure speech. Happiness comes when your words are pure, bringing about kindness and benefit to yourself and others. Well, that worked out, didn't it? I don't know. I feel that I don't need to explain that. There you go. That went right along with what I was saying. All right. So Virgos. Virgo. Nice sloppy shuffling. So Virgos. Oh, this is funny. We got the Two of Pentacles. Look at that. And he's like the disco. He's like rocking out his balance. So Virgo, I think for you is really working on your balance, working on balancing these aspects like work and your home and all of that material stuff, and making sure that there is a balance there. You're not really swaying one way to the other. And I think it's really important that this also really too with relationships. I think it's important to making sure that there's a fair balance in relationships, and working on that, and maybe doing it, maybe you have to think outside the box. Maybe you have to kind of go about it in a different way that you don't always go. So maybe bringing that balance about in a different way than what you usually do. Or maybe you just need to go be a DJ Virgo. I don't know. I'm kidding. All right, let's see what Buddha says. Loving kindness. When we feel love and kindness towards others, it not only makes others feel loved and cared for, but it also helps us develop inner happiness and peace. And that's from the Dalai Lama. So I love that. I mean, these cards are really playing nice together. They're just kind of going along with what I'm saying. I like that. It's nice. I'll take it. All right, Libras. Libras, we have the King of Swords. It looks like he's ready to fight. Yeah, Pam, right? Balance. All balance, right? Like just going. It's like with the music, right? You gotta, when you're listening to music, you just kind of have to go with the flow. I feel like there's a theme here for you. You need to go with the flow. So for you Libras is this King of Swords. And it kind of looks like he's ready to battle, but maybe not seriously. I'm not sure. So I don't know why this card is just funny to me. It makes me laugh. I don't know what it is. So, and look at the little like clock on the wall. See it? That's so funny. It's making me not focus. King of Swords, yes. So for the King of Swords here, I feel like it's just being clear with your words. I feel like that's like a running theme here. And really maybe you need to kind of start taking charge of your words and really expressing yourself in a direct way and leaving emotion out of it. Which doesn't mean that you have to be nasty, but maybe just more diplomatic in how you're expressing yourself and making sure that your wants and needs are being projected in a way that others know. They're like, oh yeah, this is exactly what they want. It isn't like, well, maybe they want this or maybe they want that. So you need to really work on being clear and taking a kind of that king energy and being in charge of your thoughts and what comes out of your mouth. So that brings us to awareness. That's a pretty card. Awareness is like the sun. When it shines on things, they are transformed. So that, again, I feel like it's just really more about that, about just being aware of your thoughts, of what you want to say and how you want to say it. So that brings us to Scorpio. Stop jumping around. All right. Let's do this. Five of Pentacles. This is interesting. So Five of Pentacles. So Scorpio, you may feel that things are kind of hopeless right now, or maybe you're just like, honestly, like the shit's just hitting the fan. Like everything's happening all at once. And it might be a little bit overwhelming for you. And I think it's really important for you to realize that there is help around you and to accept that help. You don't need to go through this alone. You don't need to feel the feels alone. There are people around, and it's really important for you to reach out when needed. Do not feel that you have to take on everything yourself, Scorpio, because there is help. And even if, whoever you decide to reach out to can't solve the problem for you or completely change it for you, at least you know that you have some support, and that they may even be someone who can give you kind of a new perspective on the situation or an out you didn't even know about. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. And then that brings us to attachment. Attachment is the desire. Attachment to desire is the cause of suffering. So we did get this one before, but I feel like this one is more about being attached to the thought of that this is how it's got to be, or this is what it is, and I just might as well just suffer through it, right? No need to do that. So by attaching to it, it's causing that suffering too. So maybe it's about releasing for you, Scorpio. All right. Sagittarius. All right, Sag, what do we got for you? You have the Page of Wands. So for you, is he cooking a pig? All right. I thought there was something behind him too. So for you, Sagittarius, Page of Wands. I think it's time for you to, you're a pretty action-oriented individual as it is, but I think it's time for you to do something that's more fun. Like fun, but in like a low-key way. Like not something that's just like, going crazy and everything, but more just kind of like a low-key activity, or maybe it's even something that you used to do when you were younger and you kind of lost sight of, or even getting together with people that you haven't seen in a while that maybe, can kind of spark that nostalgia for you in a way. But I just do feel like it's just about taking action, but not in such a rushed way. Because there's a reason for that, Sagittarius. Do I know that reason? No, it's not coming to me, but you might know it. Let's see. Happiness. The very purpose of our life is to seek happiness. The Dalai Lama. So, obviously, we all want to be happy. And I saw something. Was it yesterday? Or it was today? No, I think it was yesterday. No, today's the 20th. I don't know what day it was. One of these days in the last, around. Something like the Day of Happiness. I don't know if that's just another internet made-up thing, because I know they have, days for everything. But I just thought that was really interesting, and that just kind of popped in my head. So maybe for you, Sagittarius, it's creating a day of happiness for yourself. Maybe that's the action you need to do. Maybe it's what you need. So that brings us to Capricorn. And I always think of Capricorn. I always say it's the CEO of the zodiac. All right, so let's see what our Capricorns have for us. 6 of Pentacles. Let me see what's happening here. Looks like they're planting. Are getting ready to plant? I don't know. All right, well, there's plants around, and they're chatting about them. So, Capricorn, maybe it is really about teamwork for you. Maybe it is about making sure your team is has what they need, are clear on their roles of what they need to be doing, and that will kind of help things move along, and that will help for whatever it is that's happening, whether it's relationship, whether it's work, that everything's moving along the way it needs to. So maybe looking at that and making sure that's, checking in with everybody. I feel like that's what you need to do, Capricorn. It's like Capricorn check-in hour. That's what I'm going with. All right. Oh, let's go this one. Impertinence. Thanks to impertinence, everything is possible. When you can accept the impermanence. I don't know what I was adding of life, that everything is subject to change. So I think that's an interesting one though too, because actually I really like this. I think as you're checking in with things and you're making sure your team or those, your team could even be like your household even. Everybody has what they need. There's going to be a couple that don't. There's going to be a couple people that are like, hey, actually, I need this, I need that. And there's going to be some changes that need to be had. And I think that's a part about this impermanence card is just accepting that, knowing that there might be some changes and that it's a-okay. All right, Aquarius. If you'd like me to pull a card for you, go ahead and put it in the question bubble right there. Because we're almost done. We're almost to Aquarius already. So for Aquarius, we got the 3 of Cups. So Aquarius, it's time to get together with your friends. Time to let loose, take some time off, step away from the everyday and go do something fun. And I'm curious to know if that DJ in the 2 of Pentacles is the DJ at this little club. Pam, are you DJing at this club right now? It might be what you're doing. Maybe that's what you need to go to the club. So yeah, it's just really going and just having some fun and letting loose and just enjoying each other's company or enjoying friends' company. Obviously, you don't need to go out dancing or whatever, but just being with other people and being with the people that you love or you care about, and just being in that energy, just that like cohesive flow, I think is really important for you. That's the first thing I thought of too. I was like, oh, is Pam the DJ? That's your next role in life, the DJ. So I have karma here. The more you practice karma, the more you will discover that you are the master of your own fortune and the creator of your own destiny. So fan, if I said that right, but hey, I'll accept that. Oh, these are kind of like koi fish. I'm just noticing that are kind of going around. Yes, you. That would be great. That'd be so much fun. Could you imagine? So I think for you, Maria Aquarius, it's the karma. What comes around goes around. And you know what? It's time for you to put out some of that energy. So go ahead and do it. And when we're kind of letting our guard down and being around and getting in, even if it's like a more creative flow too, it's also kind of resetting the karma, you know what I mean? Like resetting, that energy so that you can, kind of be more accepting of what's going on and how things are going too. You're welcome, Pam. Yeah, I think it should just be Pam. That's it. All right. Okay. Thank you, Saphir. I know sometimes it's a little weird, that question bubble. So right away, as I was shuffling, we had a card pop out, Saphira. So this is yours. So this is the 7 of Pentacles. And right away, I noticed how you see how the chakras are in this palm tree. So I think for you, it's really, you need to kind of rebalance yourself. Maybe some grounding, some quiet meditation, whatever it is that brings you kind of back to yourself. I feel that you've kind of been a little scattered and kind of not your full self. So I think, working on that is really, really, important. Thanks, Patty. And I think for you, because we do have the chakras here, and we can balance our chakras, every day, but it's constantly changing energy. And I think, especially our root chakra, because our root chakra is just effed. Nobody has a perfect root chakra at all. I mean, maybe like the Dalai Lama might have one, but for most of us, that is one that's always going to need work. So I think for you, it's really important for you maybe to work on that root chakra and that grounding energy and, you know, feeling safe too and feeling rooted in where you are and knowing that even though things are changing or maybe changing around you and dynamics may be changing around you, you're still you. And you need to be rooted into that. So that's really what I have for you, Saphira. That's what I have. All right. So, Pisces. We just left Pisces season. Which Pisces season is hard for some people. Because it is that digging deep, you know. So according to Vedic, I'm a Pisces moon. For tropical, I'm an Aries moon. Both intense. Who knew? It's very interesting. It's very interesting. All right. I personally love Pisces season, but again, apparently, according to any sort of astrology, I'm just intense anyway. So just different tweaks. So that brings us to the Nine of Wands for our Pisces. You're welcome, Saphira. So we have this Nine of Wands energy for the Pisces. And with this Nine of Wands, you know, the wands were at 9, right? So it's almost to 10, which that's, you know, considered completion, done, right? And I think here it's really just keep moving forward. And I like here too that she does have, you know, she has the stalks behind her, which I'm thinking is a sugar cane. So she has them, you know, they're all behind her. They all look nice and good. And she's kind of standing in front of it because all that work is behind her. All those actions that she has taken have taken root and they have started to grow and now they're maturing and they're almost to the end. So I do feel like if for some reason, Pisces, you're feeling a little some sort of way this week and you're just like, I have done all this work. I am so tired. Just remember, you're almost done to keep moving forward. Just keep swimming, Pisces. Keep swimming. All right. Let's see what Buddha says. All right, Buddha. What do you got, Buddha? Energy. I like that. So you are never alone or helpless. The force that guides the stars guides you too. Anand Damarudi. Damarudi? I tried. Anywho, energy. So I feel like this is like Buddha's giving you like this little extra energy push, Pisces, to move forward. Like maybe you're swimming along and you get this nice little wave that gives you that nice push. That's what this is. That's what I'm going with. So we have completed the whole zodiac. If anyone wants a card, this would be the time. What else? Yes, Just Ruler, noon on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about her Squid Cake Marceau, tarot, and also, I don't know, whatever else we talk about. We always come up, there's always something to talk about. And that's going to be on the Cartomancer Facebook page, Stardust Wonder Tarot Instagram. And yeah. So I think that's what we have for now, guys. I hope you guys have all a fantastic week. Happy all the things. Ostara, spring equinox, new moon. I don't know what else. Almost that March is over because March is a really freaking long month. And I keep trying to take a week out of it, but then it keeps showing up. So I'm just like, wait, I thought we were almost done, but here it is again. It's come back. It is very, very, oh, yes, I was going to say that too, yeah. The spring pre-order is up, so make sure you go to the link in our bio and grab that as well. All right, folks, have a fantastic week ahead and celebrate all the things. Start something new for spring, for Ostara, for new moon. Use that fiery Aries energy. All right, everybody, have a great day. Bye.